goes on. Nowadays, we are at the forefront in the field of technology. How the information transfer is taking place. We can see the terminology of the information transfer. The process of information transfer from the generation of point to the use is a point called as information transfer. Simply, it can be represented as a information. How the figure in the page number 152 mentioned how it will be generated information, and also user, how it will be transformed to the user by the channel. What is the media? Mainly, it's the media is influential to the transfer one-to-one or one-to-many from basic generation to user. It should not be the barrier. There's a language as a media of channel. We know that ITD, how it is influencing. Somebody speaking into the any media, it can be transferred to the user how they need it. So now we can treat it as an IT technology. IT, we can see that global village. Anybody can, any information can be transferred to any user. Previously, we used to like translate. Now the translate term, technology is taken away to transfer the bit-to-bit information transferred to the user from the generator to information producer to end product and wherever they need it. Why the need of the transfer information? The information that's transferred will contribute to strengthen the existing knowledge and also develop the new creation of new knowledge. And also it's a bridge between the generation to generation. Nowadays we can see that 3G, 4G, 5G, next level 6, 7G. How it will be bridge between the need required. Mainly it's the growth of knowledge and wisdom, growth of research and innovation. Nowadays we can see how the time lapse in between new technology to old, how fast we are versions are releasing. We can see, for example, we can see that iPhone 13, 14, 15, within the 14 and 14 place, going to come up with the 15. Why it is very in less time? Because demand is more by the user need. So same time, we can see that as an information professional, how we can accept the multitasking level of thinking of delivering of the information to the user. Maybe are you within the organization, organization, or R&D, or any societal in need. We can see ready-made, we can media. How communication and media and communication is influencing in the society. Last time example we have given, one third richest person gone into the 50th position in the world with the huge loss of the shares, we can say, or we can see that pride, we can see that how the developed growth of the one particular company into the market. But at the same time, we can see that the academic area, see the academic sector. We have seen that many initiatives are coming up with the government as well as the private. Within the government, again, the nation importance and the state developed areas of higher education, and as well as the root cause of access to the higher education. We have to be very influential in that, how it will be transformed. Because we can face that after COVID-19, how the higher education will be. Is it okay, madam? Hello?
Sir, it is 11th lesson, huh?
Yeah, 11th lesson, ma. 11th lesson, page number 152 right now on that.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, it is a knowledge and information transfer. So we have to be very thin layer, it is in between the information and how the knowledge is created. So previous classes we have to, like we are already come across to it. It should be very clear. Today's session is more over information transfer. It's indirectly, as information progress, we can see that how the knowledge also can be transferred. So it can be based on the need of the society as well as the user, wherever we are working. And also how to archive our information transfer. See, recently, I am give a good example for the today's class. By looking at our class, we can see only 14 people in the class. Is it correct? Anybody else? Because our class is lively streaming, so anybody can access as a live streaming, which is cannot be quote how many people are viewing right now within our own Zoom. If you go to the live, in that we can see how many people are access to that. So we can even at the leisure time, we can access to the same class whenever we require as per the process by our university. Same, I am saying that how to archive. So these are archived by someone else, repackaged and given to the information to the user as well as today's online class issue. It goes to the student. How it will be. And also it will be analyzed, the class, how it will be transferred, how benefited by the student as a feedback. This is a small example I am saying, how can be archived. You can see that, go through the page number 152. After understanding about the concept and need of information transfer. Mainly EMRC is very in advance in India, developed by 10 institutions, I think. It attached to the universities as an independent autonomous body. It creates a lecture hours to enable the students to access into that. Particularly, previously it is management classes by the HBR, Harvard Business Review classes. At the same time, Kellogg, ISB, these are intellectuals like talks archived and given as a lecture to the students. Those are the management, maybe the practical oriented managers, that is executive program, or as traditional learners, like how they are access to the PGDBM classroom. So how it can be archived. And also it will be transferred. It's a cycle. You can go through the page number 153, how the knowledge generation in the institutions, how it will be distributed, published and distributed by the publisher, how the institution reuse of it to collect from the market, how the used knowledge can be transferable, existed, and also creating the new knowledge. This is a cycle. You can see the figure. It's the source from information transfer cycle by Lancaster. You can see the mankind. It's the idea or the sign or the any output from the thinking of concept to the activity that is transformed as a small note or a book or any presentation. It goes to the R&D activity, how the applications activities are there. Then it will generate of a new information. You can see the flowchart, how nicely they presented by the Lancaster from the source of information transfer cycle. This is very easiest one to see the figure and attend your questions wherever it comes. It's elaborate also in your exam. Generation of information. How it will be authorship, singular, coordinated, or edited, or anyone involved in that generation of information into the primary printing or a publishing. When print term completed, so what with this print we can, either the electronic or any print publication. This is to be distributed through the electronic as well as print. Primary distribution, there is a book trade we can say. Within the trading, author on their own they can trade as a copyright, or as publisher can be based on the number of prints, or as user, or as is the time, is a 10 years particularly, they can charge on that based on the access to the information, which we are, majority of the national importance institution depend upon the electronic resources. Some example, we can say that back year access also will be given. If you are present book as electronic, we are using, if there is any previous versions are there, if there is any changes, updated versions also we can see with the trade, which is in the market. We can see as a cart also in the online, Amazon as an example, or as old traditional type of the distribution system in the market. This is again analyze with the information how the consolidated of the information as a package to the particular organization or R&D or any institution or any market. At the same time, secondary publication come out of the thesaurus or directories. Again, we can see that double area, like one is goes to the information analysis and directly we can library information centers go to the distribution. For example, data centers, analysis centers, RS libraries. This intersection between the user as well as the information system. We are the facilitator. As the information professional, we can see that how the published things are readily available in the market can be transferred through our centers to the user as a facilitation center. How information required by the user. See, we can't, as an example, every time I'm telling about that the legal terminology, when within the legal, again, both bar and court, these two simultaneously travel to the execution of the justice with the administration. How it will be taken place in the courts. At the same time, we can see that the R&D sector, how recently interconnected with the market as a vaccine, I can as example. I can made as example. Biological E, whatever it is, even Shanta, but whomsoever they are. If they are tied with the R&D centers like DRDO, ICMR, NIN, these two combination of interaction with the information needs of the industry as a developed new drug. At the same time, new package as an information also we can create and give it to them. Because of this, analytics centers, library information centers become as a facilitation, huge load on the centers to be facilitate the between user need as well as the availability of the knowledge or information in the market. You can see that following terminology can be how it will be diagram taken place in authorship, printing and primary publisher, primary distributor, secondary publisher as well as the distributor. Next is library, documentation center, information center, and data centers. Information analysis centers already which we mentioned. How the user of information required and applied. We can see that the technical terms. See the economical political weekly. How the collected literature develop into the weekly manner. If you go to the any monthly sometimes it may be bi-monthly or quarterly or half-yearly or yearly. These all depends upon the organization, which information required by their own organization people or user. Next, 11.5, agents of information transfer. We can see that how agents involved in the information transfer. Mainly we can mention authorship. How authorship developed new knowledge as an article or as a book or as a report. Maybe involved by the committee also, recommended by the high power, high knowledge people, authored or instrumental in the form of committee report. For example, National Education Policy. Their authors, editors, many people involved in that report. Finally, the committee accepted based on the literature available for the benefit of the higher education system in India. How it will be involved in the present as well as the future needs. Next is primary publication. Within the agents, primary publication. Within that again, primary publication, mainly printing and publishing. At the same time, electronic publishing too. Next, desktop publishing. This is like desktop publishing, then and then we can publish any literature. That is, we are within the office, we can see that our PC, we collect all the material, then and then we give a report or a note as a desktop publishing. This called as a package. How we prepared and developed the some point at the day based on the organization requirement to deliver the goods as a printer or else mail also we can see. Nowadays it become as a WhatsApp is a media, and if it is able to charge in the book trade, if you publish a book, how it will be tradable. Next is secondary publications, second publishers it is. Like I already mentioned about the thesaurus, directories, ready-made encyclopedia in the form of encyclopedia. We can see the electronic encyclopedia right now also. It can be allowed to edit as well as present. Sometimes if it is wrong, it will be discarded from the website by the, again, level of the editorial board. The agent of information dissemination. We already come across the agents of information transfer, authorship, primary publication, into the secondary publications. Then agent of information dissemination. That is the publication information transfer. This is agent of information dissemination. They're developing the market for whom it is. How they should be disseminated at the end product. Like B2B, we can see business to business or business to consumer also. The librarian and information centers or any documentation data centers or analysis centers represent the principal storage center where most of the formal and informal literacy is collected. When we collect the information, how it will be transformed. After transforming, how it will be disseminated by the user. As per the library and information centers, we can see, is it the direct transfer or multi-stage or indirectly flow of the information. The basic characteristic of the documentary information transfer is that two-way. One is given the information to the user, as well as we can taking back if there is any updates to be required as a feedback too. Documentation centers, we can see, according to the Harvard Library Glossary, it's a 1984 fifth edition in that. Documentation center is a place where publications are received, processed, preserved, summarized, attracted, and indexed as a terminology of library information professional, where the bulletins related to such material is prepared for distribution. We can see that the handbooks, or else we can guides, you can prepare. How it can be accessible the information. That is mentioned by the library facilities, by the librarian and library staff. Utilization, how it can be disseminated. Somewhere we can see continuous online electronic resources nowadays we can exploiting sometimes. It should be stopped by the library or library staff because, excuse me, it's a continuation of, see, when we are keeping one small case, I can mention into the our information purposes. One university given as a rent as a stationery shop, some corner in the as a canteen, you can say. Same like they have given a Xerox shop. That university filed sued by the publisher where Xerox is going on. This Xerox is meant for only the students facilitate the education access for the particular book, but it should not be Xeroxed. Excuse me. Sometimes terminology says it can be unit wise. We can see come across the thesis, PhD thesis, no one allowed for the 1 or 2 pages or maximum 5 pages. But 5 pages by the same person, many times it indirectly copied. This is stopped by the information center, which is copyright by the author as well as the institution as well as the university. We can see how data centers are involved in this. It cannot be copied, and also data centers as well as information analytics centers. Information centers, you can see that package, how the research is going on as an abstract, but not completely the form of either thesis or the book or any form of literature. It is a very precise manner we can mention. You can see that 159, 159, 160, 161, easily mentioned. You can come across it, okay? And deinstitutionalized information transfer agencies. Because deinstitutionalized means some third party involved in the system of transfer of information. This is a major example, higher education system. Many people are coming up. It's a deinstitution of the classwork also. When classes are running, it can be like particular time, 9 to 5 or 9 to 3 or 9 to 1, classwork will be like 45 minutes each, or as 1.5 hour classwork delivered as a lecture. Same lectures after the class hours to reach the many, those who need it, attended by the third party. This is a deinstitutionalized term. Deinstitutionalized means not from the institution, but which the term is institutional parallel, I can say. This is information brokers we can see. Invisible colleges, as an example, Byju's. There is no intermediate college running, but the same intermediate classes going on from the third parties. And technological gatekeepers also as a deinstitutionalized information transfer agency you can call. And media personnel. Nowadays you can see that the media, how fast reaching the user or the viewers by their adopting technology, by collecting the information or the need, how the reviews are going on. Previously, all the media centers, some example I can say national media, they used to recruit their own staff to collect the news. But these news are become as a, not by their own, someone can be involved and collect the media reports and submit to them. They can sell it the national media, like BBC I can make as an example. They are not involving the directly connected to the collection of the news. They are hiring the people all over the world. They should attend and collect that processed information to the BBC. These BBC work as a representation of the news delivered to the viewers. So this area can be repackaged by the information brokers to deliver the news via registered media, like example BBC, to the viewers. Sometimes it may be repackaged by the as well as BBC or any media. Even I can example even give the local media also. They are not collecting directly. They are collecting by the journalists. Those are freelance, you can call as photographer. Those are freelance photographers. They'll sell the information, maybe as a photograph or as literature collected from their own as a brokerage or information brokerage. We can say same time. We can say that information broker or any knowledge technological gatekeeper also you can say. Mainly internet is influencing in this. We can see that many information technology oriented things are happening very fast. Technology, which is networking, influential in the information network. You can see the informal human information network. This I mentioned already, given invisible colleges, for example, Byju's, and technological gatekeepers. There is people, voluntary organizations are there in a United Nations. We can see that United Nations organization, when the disaster taken place, immediately ham radio, they'll be given information to the world, point to point, with the voluntary people, those are already registered. and a media person also. Recently, we can see the Turkey, how disaster taken place, immediately given information to the world. At the same time, how the India acted to help the people, those are needed immediately by the way of any, either the medicine as well as technological evacuation for that particular time, how they saved the lives. At the same time, information centers also inflation to the transfer the information to the immediate need based on the requirement. Then information users, who are they? If we are in organization or any college, we can see that the college as a student is the information users, or the researchers are the information users. If you go to the R&D, scientists are information users. If you go to the any legal terminology, like public prosecutors or as advocates needed the particular case studies. Information transfer chain based on the, I already mentioned, where the data or the information created and transformed with the media to the user. These are the based on the channel and also cycle. It is based on how the requirement attended by that particular information. As per the phylas, every time we can see that the phylas of library science, not to waste the time of the user, how fast, how best, and also how accurate information to be delivered. If the wrong information, it leads to the misguide the people. We have coming many reviews to the media. Every day, one channel is coming up. Again, it will become as a controversy. Recently, one small incident come up in Delhi. They told not to upload the child information or any photographs, misguide the people or the health condition as well as any not to exploit when we have given that freedom of speech or freedom of information. Information transfer chain, the influence when the information science professionals to be work on this information transfer chain. Any, like some example we can see nowadays how the literature is coming up. World like literature coming up, how second, like they can ranking of the literature, how the India repeating, copying of the literature, giving the new transfer knowledge. It's a making as a duplication. Even now issues are going on, like how the articles are coming up, how the copy and editing. Directly somebody is copying and giving us a new article by just changing the names also. At the same time, the world is watching how the higher education system developed in the world, where we are, how they ranked. As a NIRF, our own ranking is there. When it's going as a in America, wherever they are top 500, how they are taking the parameter to analyze the top ranking in the higher education system. How the transfer the information. Actually, previously, the word used it as a how many kgs of paper utilized by the researcher as well as the education institution per person, like kgs. Now, electronic process going on, the reduce the kgs, how the process the network issues. If you go international standard of institution, they're not like a predefined paragraphs to answer the particular question. Now, same thing happening into the national education policy introducing in India also. Even first or second class student can see his answer wherever he need. He can even answer it. He can get the marks. Only thing is here, evaluator should very rigorously think about that from where he got the information, how it is representing as an answer. Is it correct or not? The test for the evaluator, not for the student right now. We can see the test, wherever we can collect the information, write the terminology as a loss wherever applied. New knowledge is going to come up with a rigorous manner. Even voluminous evaluation system may come up. In this, information professional can attend as a facilitator, bridge between the student community as well as the evaluation as a teacher community. We can see how the knowledge can be evaluated. We can see this transform chain also. How this chain information process comprises separate steps or unit of operations, generation, recording, and exposition. Cataloging. Yes, madam?
Sir, this is information brokers, sir.
Yeah, information brokers is like, I can say, you have some information. For example, you are the freelance journalist. You collect the news and processed, repackaged, giving to the particular news channel. These people as a media brokers. It's a nowadays coming up for the BBs also collecting, depending upon the people, those are brokerage. Same like information brokers. See, some drug invention is going on.
Okay.
How we can as a brokerage with that? See, we can see the Genome Valley. Nowadays, like Knowledge Park developed as a Genome Valley. In that, the information brokerage term is how can we farm a new drug? How? Somebody is like investing in R&D. Somebody is not investing on R&D, but they are getting the new drug. How it will be? So, somebody worked on the R&D. They developed the drug, collecting that pattern, and repackaging particular terminology into the need of the particular requirement by the drug industry. There is a repackaging, I can say. Here, brokerage. Who is the brokerage? We can see come up with many vaccine centers are there now. Vaccinated many people within 2 years. 2 years. We can see the terminology. R&D, I can see that DRDO also developed one drug, and CM like NIR also worked on the research. These two ready-made information given as a data to the industry. At the same time, United Nations organization monitoring and analyzing that really need this vaccine. Is it workable to attend particular needs? Or else what happened next? So these all are facilitated by the information brokerage. We can say that even same time, small example I can say. Interlibrary loan. How we are implementing? We don't have the book or any information, but we are acting as we are having, collecting the information or a book, transferring the students or any user community. This as a brokerage we are. If you are doing it within the organization, we call as a in-house. If you are same terminology, hiring the people from the market, those are well-versed knowledge in the brokerage, treated as an information brokerage. Is it clear, ma'am?
Oh, thank you, sir.
Any doubts regarding from this particular unit, how the knowledge and information transfers? See, these all, you have to be ready with the knowledge of that particular unit. Any doubts can be shared with the resource person. It's not like one to direct class. Not like it's like 10th, 12th or intermediate or any degree. It's like PG. It's a professional PG that too.
Sir, I have some doubt. Is it technological gatekeepers means what, sir?
This is technology gatekeeper. I can say mentioned as a gatekeeper. Small example in a Genome Valley, where people are working as a technology gatekeeper for the industry. They are giving that ready-made package, like 1 page costs around lakhs of rupees. How this 1 page costs? Tell me. Based on the research, interact in the research sector. How this copyright as well as a product royalty, I can say, it can be shareable. So these technology gatekeepers, some small example I can say, like you can see Thomson Reuters. These people collecting the articles, develop and make as abstract as well as a database. If anybody required, see, somebody is doing as a research on particular area. Already some person did on that. How it can be next creation of the new knowledge, reduce the time and work on the particular concept immediately to develop a new knowledge. These technological gatekeepers holds that royalty can be shared to the people those who are already worked. Understood, ma'am? This technology gatekeepers, it's influential, mainly electronic literature. Or else we can see that iPhone is developing a new tool. They invested a lot. They're searching for the technology gatekeepers to attend. If anybody well-versed in this, we will hire. We will purchase that one company. We can see that how the startups are coming up. These gatekeepers, influential to check and repackage as a model, give it to the need of the user. For us, we can say as a student is a user in the library. Same time, R&D, who is a user? Maybe the organization that are depend upon the scientific knowledge. Scientists are there. Okay? These technology gatekeepers nothing but brokerage of the facilitation of the information. Okay?
Thank you, sir.
Okay, yeah, anybody can unmute your this thing. Because already we are having the 15 minutes more. We can interact. Whatever knowledge, how the information transfer, as per the cycle mentioned. Yes, welcome to interact each and other. Okay?
Sir?
Yes, tell me.
Just to give an idea about information transfer chain.
Yeah. How the chain is? Yeah, tell me.
Yeah, information transfer chain, sir. Here, the information transfer chain. This is 7 points. Sir,
Huh?
Page number 165 lo 7 points undi. Information transfer chain. Ante enti sir?
Page number 160.
167, 165.
165. Just a minute. 165.
7.8.
Yeah. Information transfer chain. How the information transfer? It will be described as follows. Information process comprises separate steps of the units: generation, recording, exposition, cataloging. Whatever we are doing in our libraries, how we are transforming the information? We are collecting the facts or ideas as a book. You can see that book we are processing, where it goes, which rack it goes. Am I right? This transfer of information, mode of a book or electronic form. Am I right?
Okay, sir.
When we are processing as a technical, see, you are in a big library, we can see that separate sections are there. Acquisition section is different from the technical section. This technical section will process what the book or a form comes to the library. It goes to the desk of the area as a stock area, I can mention. In the stock area, how it will be categorized and classified knowledge into the racks particular area again. See, technical section, just they elaborated like these things goes to under this area. After going to the stock area, really, are they keeping it to the particular rack or not? That done by the stock area. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Again, acquisition of the book is not by the whole responsible by the librarian. See, we can't say that we have the big knowledge because we are in the working in the university. Because within that university, many faculties are there. Within the faculty, lab as theorem, they developed knowledge, new knowledge. If anybody working on that, then they instrumental in that collecting the new book or a new literature to purchased by the library under the stocks, because they have given a particular amount as a budgetary allocation. They have to see 1 lakh is allotted. Within the 1 lakh, how can be categorized to take the need to attend as a user. terminology. So these are the transfer of the chain. We are influential. We are the facilitator. Okay. Is it clear about the steps?
Thank you, sir.
Okay, ma. Anything else? Please come interact because sometimes we can't say the theorems and practical oriented will not be the same. Sometimes it will be reinvention to be taken place where we are involved in that. So particularly as a librarian, as a library information professional, if you have become as a information broker, you will become as an entrepreneur. But if you assign whether some assignment at the R&D sector, you have to work along with that. Yes. 10 more minutes are there. We can see some of from our last page, 166, we can see. Wherever you are completing the coursework or else unit-wise, you can see sum up means initially aims will be given each and every unit. What you become after this, okay? Then where we are. In this intrinsic value of the information lies is the communication and utilization. See, communication is giving, but they are not properly utilized. Some, I can say that emergency evacuation of the people. Information given or announcement come. It should be reached to the each and every corner. Somebody is as a barrier, unable to listen particular time. Is it solvable? Means information communicated, but properly not transformed. So it affects the utilization too. To achieve this transmission of information is necessary by which generated information encoded in communication media is transmitted to the point at the level of understanding by the user. Some example, I can say, I saved one document in Excel form in 97 pattern. At the same time, not updated that particular version in my laptop or a PC. Is it able to download? That information becomes obsolete when we are not updated particular version. Or else, it should be converted in the manner like PDF. Or else, some JPEGs, the JPEG to PDF, PDF to JPEG. These multitasking levels gives an immense pleasure to the transform the knowledge. At the same time, barrier-free. It may be the channel, it may be the version also, we can say. The information transfer is a cyclic process. Starts with humans as an author already mentioned and columnist. We can see that how user as a become as a reviewer. See, all users cannot be review, cannot give the feedback. Some intellectual give the feedback. That feedback will be analyzed to recreation of the new knowledge or any book. We can see that the edition will change because of based on the author's feedback. Somewhere is not properly elaborated. Author can be like, think this is like a problem is going on to when we are utilization, dissemination of the information or the theorems. Please kindly elaborate that. Next editors or the author can be review that, gives a new knowledge with the next level of the edition, we can say. So even authors also collect the feedback, how the textbooks are there, we can see. Previously, like UGC recommended the book, only one book was environmental science. Now, many authors come up with a new knowledge to attend the needs of the society. As a degree, introduced in the degree, each and every degree college to be teach that environmental science as a subject. Previous it was like 0 credits. Now they are mentioning the credits also. If once the credits come up, again interdependent. How it can be like get the marks, good marks. At the same time, even it come across the intermediate level, higher education level. The previous even we like attended the classwork. Not the same. Now we can multitasking levels. when we are there, libraries are more like physical oriented. Nowadays, the electronic oriented come up. So we have to equip with new knowledge, how it can be attended by the user needs, requirements by the organization. And also advancement of the society, how we are. We can't say that taken away our information professional job by the IT sector. When we are not attending, definitely that vacuum will be occupied and attended by someone else. So we have to be rigorously, when we are making as a term, we are making information professionals. So we have to be thorough knowledge about that, how we are going to be, that we have to be developed in our own idea based on the project or any research needs. Anything else, please? Because next class is going to come up within 6 minutes. Every time I'm telling, come for the interaction. We'll see how the knowledge management, information management, data management, information management, now knowledge management. Why I'm repeating every time, data, information, knowledge, based on the user. If your user knowledgeable, their knowledge organization is there, you are working in a knowledge organization. Like example, KPMG. KPMG collecting the well-versed knowledge and repackaging as a information brokers, attending a requirement by the society. See, legal consultancies or architecture design consultancies or planning consultancies, not to be like owned by the own firm. That firm allowing the people to interact, then repackage their ideas to the need of the society. Previously, there was no consultants as a legal. Now people are coming as legal consultants. Why it is legal consultants are coming up? So we can go through the, nowadays we can see that episodes are coming. International practice of law coming to the India and international practice of the medicine. How you completed your medicine out, it can be adopted in India. So based on the situation, small example I can tell about that. One guy come for the write the exam from for US, I can say. In India, we are conducting the knowledge about that, how they can be thought process in the design. One test is there. Graphically, they have to design art. That small terminology is like draw bus terminus. For him, very new. Even he didn't travel to India. So simply is a blank. He's unable to attend the answer because I don't know, he not come up with the bus terminus, a term. So that time we told about that in India, from where you have come. No, sir, directly from airport to attend the exam. Like TOEFL, I can say. It can be applied wherever they want, they can write the exam in India to enter into the BR program. Like almost this happened in 2008 or 2009. So when we are not coming across a particular problem, definitely we are unable. But you have to feel that any problems arise somewhere, that you have to adapt and apply in our particular area. Some example, make it as like international traveling agencies, like left side drive, right side drive. Somebody is left side drive, come to India. Can you give directly the vehicle to him as a right side drive? Please answer. Not. But they have to tune particular. We can't say that he is unable to drive. He is able, capable. But how adopting new rules and regulations. At the same time, you are working in the somewhere higher education. If you are going to the R&D, it will not be the same. That user will not be the same. Whatever we say, these are go and take that particular area of the book. No, not like that. We have to go to the desk and see that how the information readily packaged available. Reduce that particular scientist time. Yes, sir. This your R&D work, it gives that particular literature is readily available. Please go through that. So repackaging. With this, how we can go to the transform our cycle of the information as well as the knowledge to the user community. We have to be very clear who is the user. Next, you are going to work set. The terminal is the same. Wherever information process is there, terminal is same. Only thing is, see, we are the driving. We know the driving four-wheel, but we are driving a different type of the vehicle. Somewhere is a hybrid. Somewhere the fuel is different. Somewhere automation is different. Somewhere the man is different. So this we have to attend as a information provider wherever it is. Only thing is we have to tune according to the organization goal required to serve. Why I'm saying this is regularly, even every class I'm telling, each and every time it's like a new process of work. Are ready to adopt that particular, are we capable to work on that? Yes, we can say, because we have to tune as well as need on based on phylas. Wherever you go, phylas of library science, you can just apply. Wherever I'm saying. You can see how the model questions, examination questions are there. And that even you can see that assignment, any question comes, please write on your own handwriting. Okay. You process how the unit and how discussion going on particular area. Not only in this, you can see that Swayam portal, you can maximize your knowledge and write the assignment as well as how the already prepared model essay questions and also short notes. Just you make as a short notes, elaborate into the essay type. Anyway, you have come up to the assignments. Already is going to complete, I think, assignment submitting. You have the right time to learn, I'm saying. Once you go to the work, you can't even wait for someone attend you. You have to go and attend immediately. Assignment goes on. Assignments asks.
Sir?
Yes, tell me, ma'am.
Question paper pattern, how it will be, sir?
You can see that the previous question papers, you can ask in a Kiran sir also, they'll be developed, like they'll be shared, not to worry. Pattern will be there. See, somebody in that from our own area, please kindly share your WhatsApp group with the permission of the Kiran sir or Raja sir. Okay. You can go through the online databases there, previous question papers from the Bro online.
Sir, in this unit, which topic more important?
You can
for
kindly go to the next class. You can slowly discard from this. Okay. Anything else?
No, sir. Thank you.
Wish you all the best. Be prepared for the next class too. Okay. Good luck.
Thank you, sir.
What, ma?
Tomorrow class is there, huh?
Yeah, tomorrow class, same time. Tomorrow class is there.
Thank you.
Okay, good luck.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.